All right. Well, today is March 28th, 2018, and right now at 11 p.m., we have a temperature of 55 degrees here in the foothills of Los Angeles. The relative humidity is 61%, the dew point is 42 degrees, and the barometer is up at 30.07 inches. And right now we're looking at the northeast Pacific water vapor loop. The barometric pressure is high because we have an area of installed high pressure right here over the East Pacific, which is set up to block these two weather systems right down here. There is a gale force system. Let's go ahead and look at that surface analysis map right here. We have actually two lows and a big trough right here. So we've got a gale force system, and these are going to be wrapping around the high pressure, which is installed. This is a stationary high pressure transmitter generated high right out over the western U.S. And that will block not only these two lows and this low, but also this storm system, which is out past the Hawaiian Islands. Let's go ahead and look at the big map here again. We see this developing storm. This is a dual low pressure. We can see two vortexes right there. This is actually a storm and a gale wrapping around in a pinwheel pattern. And we can see also that we have a disruption in the jet stream. Right here we have jet stream flow around that low, and that's running into a wall of high pressure right here, which is the result of a right angle. This is a transmitter generated feature right here, this right angle. These weather controllers are trying to prevent not only this low right down here, but this one here, both of these from developing into larger weather systems, which will be sucked up around this high pressure in a clockwise manner and back down into Oregon, Washington, and Nevada, and probably California. But as we see here, we have this very unnatural stationary dome of high pressure, which is blockading all of the eastbound movement. This is pretty much a rerun of yesterday, except for the fact that this storm here has picked up some steam. That is we have a 987 millibar low and a 990 millibar with the storm and a gale indicated. And these are sort of spinning around in a pinwheel pattern, not really moving. If you put the grid on here, we can see that these are more or less stationary for the time being. However, these right here, we have two lows. These are being pulled up and around this stationary dome of installed high pressure. So at some point, we're going to see these move up and around and down, and that will cause a lot of moisture to suddenly be right over the states where we are, California and Oregon. And so right here we see an attempt to blockade this area of moisture here. We can see this little circle that's been installed of high pressure, then it deflates, sort of falls apart, collapses. We can see that towards the end of the loop. But as these two weather systems move up and around and back down, we're going to see probably some chemtrail activity, as well as some transmitter, satellite transmitter superheating of this moisture. We're seeing the same thing down here in the tropics. These thunderstorms that are moving up towards the north will also get caught up in this pattern around this high. So what we're seeing down here is holes are being blown open. These little thunderstorms that are popping up, actually these are very large thunderstorms. If you look at the grid here, they're quite big. And so these can be caught up in this current. Some of this moisture is flowing back around to the east and up towards there's a developing system right over here. This is the low that moved through California here a couple of days ago. That is now over Texas. And we can see some of this thunderstorm activity. We have some moisture moving around that low to the east down below there, and we have the rest of it moving up around clockwise around this installed high. So this is a satellite transmitter right here, which is creating that artificial high pressure. That is set in place to block these two weather systems as well as that developing storm. So for the next few days, there's no rain in the 10-day outlook. The spigot has been turned off. That means no rain. We have plenty of rain offshore. We can see right here this massive moisture field, which is as big as a third of the country here. We can see that. This should be moving in and delivering spring rains. But these terrorists that are controlling our weather are not allowing any further rain for the time being. As I say, there's no rain in the forecast on any of these apps for 10 days out. And that's for the Los Angeles and San Diego areas, the Southern California area. We see these two developing weather systems right here and here. These will be moving up and around, and we will probably see some heavy chemtrail spraying because of the fact that there is a no rain forecast. We can see the infrared map here. There's quite a bit of development. We have some red. This is all going to wind up and around. And we see right here there's some transmitter manipulation going on up here. All this moisture is mysteriously evaporating as it moves over Washington State. So this feature here will not be shown on the nightly news, the national and local weather reports, because of the obvious implications. People would look at that and see the moisture bouncing off of this half circle of high pressure, semicircle of high pressure. It's artificially generated, satellite generated, probably with a laser or microwave. It's probably laser because it's such a wide area. This is a huge area. It's probably 1,500 miles across, 2,000 miles across. This is a huge area right here, from the right down here in Texas all the way up. If this was a circle, this would go clear up to the top of Oregon probably. So that's a very large area. All right, let's look at the jet stream map again. We can see the disruption in the jet stream as a result of this installed area of high pressure. The flow has been broken up here, and it resumes around the bottom of that area of high pressure like we're seeing right here once again. And then we have the surface map, the surface pressure map. You see the high out here. There's a low indicated right over here, where that this is what passed over California a couple of days ago and brought all the wind. This generated zero rain for California. As it moves over Texas, it's generating plenty of rain. All right, next we have the 500 millibar. We can see some squiggly lines. This is a mixture of high and low pressure. It's a transmitter generated manipulation causing these squiggly lines. You see the isobars out here are fairly smooth. We have that low that moved over California and out to the east right here. Here's the 300 millibar. We can see this is a upper level low, a closed low. This is also a surface low. Taking a look here again at the surface map, the storm extends from the surface level all the way up 500 millibar, and the 300 millibar is a closed low. And this will be blocked by the high pressure right out here. You can see that this storm, this developing storm, already has an area of high pressure surrounding that vortex, and that will isolate it from this next moisture field dropping down. All right, so that's the report. We can see plenty of rain offshore. They're not, the terrorists controlling our weather are not going to let that rain in. Look what's happening here. This should be moving right down around this high and into California, delivering rain. Okay, so that's it. Do another update later.